Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. It is 12:02. And so we want to go ahead, you can stand or you can sit. I'm going to go ahead and stand because Denise Wilson always likes us to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. So I'm going to do that. I think she's probably going to be on here too. So here we go. We're going to pledge allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God,
indivisible,
liberty and
justice for all. Yay. Okay, so let's talk about some housekeeping. We won't be here an hour, but we might be. It depends on how lively the group is today. If you have any questions or comments, please remember to put them in the chat box, or you can raise your hand and mute yourself because I'm getting some feedback unless you need to say something. So everyone should be muted but me at the moment. Okay, so unless you're speaking, then you unmute yourself. Just a reminder. Why am I getting feedback? I don't know. That if you have a listing you want to submit for review today, like today, it needed to be in by yesterday at noon before the meeting so they can put it together. We have 4 homes on tour today, so I'm pretty excited about that. And that's it for housekeeping. And do I have anybody new that's here that has not been here before? You can go ahead and unmute yourself if you want to. I'm not sure. It looks like Taylor is talking. Oh, she's not talking to us. No, she's just on the phone. Okay, that's nice. Oh, I see Jan Bates is here too. How wonderful. Okay, so I don't have anybody new. Well, okay. Did someone say something? No. Okay, so then now we're going to do the affiliate spotlight, and Steve Strickland is going to tell us about some very interesting things with regard to First American NHD.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Barbara. And it says that the host has disabled the attendee screen sharing. Let me see if I can do it here. All right. There's been a lot of confusion about AB 38 and home hardening. So I thought, well, let's dive into it again because there's some ambiguity to it and people still don't quite understand it. I'm still getting questions every day about it. So we're just going to go through it one more time. And again, AB 38, it began in January of 2021. It's the home fire hardening disclosure, and it's going to be required if it's now within a high or very high fire hazard severity zone, if the home was built prior to 2010, and if it's a residential 1 to 4 unit. It also carries the same cancellation rights and exemptions as the TDS. So this form's not required if the TDS is not required. What sellers are going to need to provide to their buyers, they're going to need to provide a checklist of home hardening features that are not done and make the home vulnerable to fire. The seller is going to need to answer those questions, specifying which home hardening features the home has based on the seller's actual knowledge, and then provide that home fire hardening disclosure and advisory form. So the home fire hardening disclosure advisory, it has the following features. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm sure you guys have now started to see this, but there is a lot that's coming into process that the seller is going to have to start talking about and start sharing and disclosing. So here's that home fire hardening disclosure and advisory directly from SRCAR. First and foremost, I strongly recommend you get this disclosure from SRCAR. I've seen other companies now start providing it in their disclosures. There's some loose language on there as well. I strongly recommend that you don't use anything but what SRCAR has approved. And if you have any questions about that, contact Gov Hutchinson, contact your legal counsel. But where to locate the information? Right here, it says the natural hazard zone disclosure, right? And it talks a little bit more about what to look for. If property is in a near or mountainous area, forest covered lands, you know, the real estate agent, just as well as the seller, has that due diligence to make sure that whether or not the natural hazard says it is an in or out, they still need to look and say, well, could this be in? Could that be a possibility? And then here we go. Here's the checklist, the boxes that definitely need to be checked if this applies, right? So that's the home hardening disclosure. And remember, it's required if the property is in a high or very high fire hazard severity zone, and if it's built before 2010. So how are you going to know if the property is in one of these zones? Your NHD from First American is going to inform you. And this is what it would look like. So here's an actual map and legend of one of our properties that we did a report on. As you can see, everything in the yellow is going to show to be in a wildland area, which will indicate substantial forest fire risk. A lot of reporting companies out there, they put the AB 38 notification in many different places. We choose to put it under the additional statutory disclosure. So for the fire hazard severity zone, AB 38, as you can see, according to the green arrow there, it's in a mapped very high fire hazard severity zone. So when you get your First American natural hazard disclosure, all you need to do is look at the disclosure summary. That's basically page 3 of the report. And under the additional statutory disclosures, you'll be able to see whether or not it's in or it isn't in. And then if the home was built prior to 2010, it's going to be a good idea to have the seller fill out that home hardening disclosure advisory. Now, there's also been some word with state and county and city zones. And, you know, I appreciate all the information that's being said out there. I want to show you how we do things as well. So if you look in the left-hand top corner, the state fire zones in Los Angeles County, this is a state GIS map that's been put out for the state of California. But if you look below, there's the county of LA showing the difference of very high fire hazard severity. That's a big difference. And that's just LA. I mean, Riverside County, San Diego County, all the other counties have those same differences. And really it's because the state of California doesn't have the funding to actually check into all of that, even if it's material fact. And even though Civil Code 1103.2 is requiring the seller and the seller's agent to disclose this, they're still not providing all of that information. So it's very important to report from the county level and the city level as well. So as you can see here, here's the NHD for First American under state. It's saying it's not in anything. Under county, it's not in. But if you look at the city level, look at that fire right there. It's in a high fire hazard severity zone. So even though the state didn't catch it, the county didn't catch it, we caught it through the city. And we utilize the safety element of the general plan in order to help us do that, along with CAL FIRE. This is definitely something that you're going to want to make sure that you're looking at. And this would also report in a AB 38 zone. So pop quiz, and you guys can, you're more than welcome to go ahead and take yourself off mute. Does vacant land require the NHD? What do you guys think?
Yep.
Yes.
I think yes.
Yes.
Yes. Does vacant land require the HHDA?
Now that one, it does not.
That's right. Good call. And why is that? It's because there's no house on the land, right?
That's right. It has to be a home, a dwelling.
There has to be.
Oh,
That's right. There has to be a dwelling. However, I was talking with Gov Hutchinson, and I catch up with him quite a bit. He's a great guy, and believe it or not, he'll take the time out for little old me, and I appreciate it. Hey, I also want to say sorry. My birds are going crazy right now.
I thought that was.
But
Oh, do they talk?
they're just, no, they're parakeets. They're just, you know, they're just going crazy because my dog's underneath them. He's looking at them, and they're like, stay away. So Gov Hutchinson, you know, one of his famous lines is, when in doubt, disclose, disclose, disclose. So if you do have that vacant land or anything that you think you may want to recognize as potentially being in a wildfire disaster area, I always recommend using this. A lot of my clients are already using it because it's a safeguard that SRCAR put out back in June of 2019. Again, it's ambiguous like everything else, but it says for use with properties in or around areas affected by a wildfire. So even if it's not in the AB 38 zone and it doesn't require the HHDA, this could and can please consult your legal counsel or your broker, but this could also be a good opportunity for you to further protect yourself and your seller. SRCAR just released a quick guide to the home hardening disclosure law. This you can just go right on the SRCAR website. And what I like is down here near the bottom where it says determining whether or not the property is in a high or very high fire hazard severity zone. There's three main options for making this determination. It says view the NHD statement to see if either of the boxes pertaining to fire zones have been checked. If either of the boxes have been checked, it's safe to presume that the property qualifies. And the agent may recommend that the seller fill out the home hardening disclosure. Number 2 also says seek the guidance of a reputable NHD company. And a representative of such company may be able to point out specifically where the NHD report states and where to find the hazard severity zone, if any, if the property is located in it. So now you guys know where to find it with First American NHD. We've been in business now for 45 years. That's unbelievable. 45 years, and we have everyone covered with 30 million in E&O. And thankfully, in the last 45 years, we haven't had to use it, but if we do, we will definitely take and help everybody that would be involved in anything like that. So anyhow, if you guys have any questions, any comments, any complaints, I'm always available. Feel free to call, feel free to email me. Anything that I can ever do to help service you, I'm available 24/7. I take pride in this. It's really what I like to do. In fact, on Monday, I celebrate my 10th year with First American NHD. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you. And then this month or next month, I'll be celebrating 24 years in the real estate industry. So I love it. I mean, it can be hectic at times, but honestly, there's nothing better than it. So again, if you guys have any questions, anything like that, if you'd like to review a video that my geologist and insurance broker did, I'm happy to send that over to you as well. All you need to do is email me or text me. Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate your time and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Hey, Steve, thank you for that. Hey, I got one complaint though. What can you do about my neighbors?
Okay.
Are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Sorry, I stopped sharing.
What about my neighbor's little 5-year-old girl that screams all day long? Anything?
I guess we could probably put her with my 7-year-old that screams all day long and they could go bowling.
I mean,
should we do that?
Just talk. They scream. They just scream. So I guess you don't handle those kind of complaints. Now, darn, I was hoping maybe finally.
Move.
I know. Then they built a kid's playhouse. It looks right into my backyard. And we live on an acre, you know, and they got to put it right at anyway. Well, now
Barbara, I know a good real estate agent that can list your house for you.
Yeah. You want to buy this for about 500 grand? Yeah. Okay. Hey, get out of there. All right. Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. That was very informative, actually. I didn't actually know where to find that on the NHD. So now you did tell us that. So that's awesome. Okay. We're going to go to Did You Know now? And we're going to talk about some closed transactions. So we, on the week of March 1st through the 7th, we closed 235 transactions. The same week last year in 2020, we closed 206. So the last 2 weeks, we were kind of flip-flopped, which was weird, but it was different. Like last year, we closed a few more transactions, not much, the last 2 weeks than this week this year. But now we're back on top again saying, hey, we are closing more transactions. And the interesting thing is, you know, interest rates are going up. So who knows what these numbers are going to look like in coming weeks. But that's good news, guys. 235 closed for the first week of March compared to last year's same week, 206. So we're doing well. That's good information. All right, let's move on to talking about the Action Fund contributions. And Norm Chris is here with us, and he's with the legislative chair, and he's going to tell us why that's important.
Oh, thank you, Barbara. Hi, everybody. This is Norm Kyriss. I am your one of your association.
Your name wrong the whole time. Why didn't you tell me? Like for years.
I just realized it right now.
Okay,
So,
all right, go ahead.
Anyway, no problem. Wendy, I was talking to Sylvia. She was going to put up a video. I don't know if you have that handy or not.
Yes, I
For
have it
the
ready
Realtor
whenever you're
Action
ready.
Fund.
Whenever you're ready, I can share it.
Oh, okay, great. Just give me just 1 minute. Anyway, everybody, good afternoon. Nice seeing everybody. I am one of your association's directors, and I am also your legislative chairman for SRCAR for this year. And anyway, I just want to go over our mission that our committee, it is the primary mission of the legislative committee is to increase awareness and participate in the Realtor Action Fund. And the secondary mission of the legislative committee is to support our government affairs directors, Walter Welsum, Adam Ruiz, and you know, I'd like to, if you know Gene Wunderlich, I believe this is his last month. He was our government affairs director for many years and did a fabulous job, and he is now retiring from that. But I want to also invite everybody to come out to our committee. We meet the second Tuesday of the month at 10 a.m. And some of the things that we go over are assembly bills. Right now, there's about 656 assembly bills out there, and our government affairs directors are going over 7 of those that are real estate related. Our Senate bills that are out there right now are 858 that are proposed, and we're looking at, our government affairs directors are looking at about 10 of those that are real estate related. We go over those bills, and part of the Realtor Action Fund is so we could stay on top of this. We could meet with our local legislators, our local councilmen, and you know, just discuss these the concerns that we have. So anyway, Wendy's got a video that we would like to show everybody. So go ahead and start that whenever you're ready.
You may think that being a realtor only means helping your clients find the property that is right for them. But did you know there are other forces that impact our ability to serve our clients? Every year, we face public policy challenges that could devastate the livelihood of realtors and the real estate industry. The good news is we have the Realtor Action Fund to promote and protect our businesses. The Realtor Action Fund raises money to help promote the values, attitudes, and beliefs of organized real estate. And did you know that every dollar is used to protect and advance realtor interest in government? It is the force behind protecting private property rights on every level. While you are focusing on the issues most critical for your business and your clients, through the Realtor Action Fund, we remain vigilant against potential public policy threats to our industry. Issues like fighting costly and time-consuming point-of-sale bills, fighting independent contractor withholding, fighting statewide service taxes, preserving dual agency, and preserving mortgage interest deduction. Supporting the Realtor Action Fund is not a political decision, but rather an important decision to protect your business. It is the way you can voluntarily join with your colleagues to help elect candidates who support our industry. While these dangers are limitless, our financial resources are not. We need you to become a contributor today. By contributing to the Realtor Action Fund, you are part of the team that is helping to protect private property rights and creating the opportunity to help someone achieve home ownership. Realtor Action Fund, fighting for our profession.
And that is so true. We are out there every step of the way. And I think why it's important that we participate in this is we're fighting on the local level. I think, you know, the average realtor, if we had to go to the city and get a business license for every city that we sell a home in, would end up being costly for us. So we're on the front lines fighting with our local people every day to ensure why it's important not to have things like that. Where it would cost us more money. And then on a bigger scale, we have NAR that is fighting for mortgage interest deduction. So at every level, we are the biggest, most organized group out there that could impact future laws that are coming into our world. So I just wanted to let you know some of the reasons why I want to stay active in doing this. A couple of important dates that are coming up is we have our CAR legislation day on April 27th. We have our one of our own, Adam Ruiz. He is our chairman, and he chairs that legislative committee for CAR. So that's going to be a great day to I hope you all can make that April 27th. Adam is also going to be moderating tomorrow, the legal town hall. So I hope you guys got that on your schedule too. I'm sure you've seen those dates, and a lot of us have already signed up for that. And then we have NAR Legislative Day coming up May 3rd through May 14th. So again, I'm happy to see everybody. Glad I could talk to everybody. And then one last thing too, we have our videos on YouTube. So if you can get out there and subscribe to SRCAR, our YouTube videos, you can catch some of these live in-person meetings that we have. Anyway, thank you very much for your time, and you all have a great day.
Cool. Thank you, Norm. Good information. All right, I think we're going to move on to the review of properties. We have 4 on tour today. And the first one is our Michael Crawford is going to tell us something great about his listing on Hill Street in Lake Elsinore. Okay, then we'll move on to committee updates. I thought I saw Nikki here. She's still here. Maybe she's not still here. I don't see her anymore. So I don't think so, right? Do you guys see Nikki? Nope, Nikki's not here. Okay, so that's for our affiliate committee. Anyone want to speak on her behalf? No. Okay, Gus is not here for him at events.
Wendy has all the particulars, but we are working on a golf tournament that we will have at, oh my gosh, I'm calling it SCGA, but it has a new Rancho California Golf Club, right?
It's the golf club at Rancho California, yes.
Okay.
I talked to him yesterday.
Stephen would know, he lives there. But we're working on that, so more info to come, but that will be in May.
Oh,
So
nice.
stay tuned.
Either May
for that.
20th or 21st, yeah.
Cool. Well, maybe we can get something on that next week or the week after and start, you guys can start promoting that. That'd be great. Good money maker. Because people are playing golf. My husband plays like 4 days a week. Okay. Oh, I'm here and I'm the education chair. I have nothing new to report from last week, but when we look at our calendar in a moment, you'll see that we have some great things coming up. We have a pretty robust, considering what's happening right now, we have a pretty robust calendar as far as I'm concerned compared to some of the other boards that I belong to. And we've got some exciting things coming up for SIG, as well as other really wonderful training events for people who are sitting at home going, I wonder what I should do today. Well, maybe do something for your mind and learn something new. So we'll look at that in a little bit, the training calendar. Debbie Kosum, I don't think Debbie's here today. I saw Deborah Thomas. I don't know if Deborah, do you have anything to, hey Debbie, do you have anything to report?
Nothing new right now. Our meeting is next week, so I'll let you know.
Man, can't you get some inventory? Because I am tired of not having any rentals. I got like 4 people need a rental, and it's difficult.
It goes on the market and it sells,
I know. It's crazy. Oh God. Okay. Thank you. We'll look forward to your report next week.
Thank you.
Janet Garza, is anyone here to speak about YPN? Okay. Norm Kyriss already spoke. I finally said his name right, his last name. Molly, do you want to say anything about scholarship?
Sure. So we're working on the details also for scholarship event, and we're going to partner with affiliate committee. So it would technically be both of those, but we are working on a succulent box fundraiser for scholarship. When we're shooting for May, we're working on some details. So it will be really fun, and it'll be a great way to raise money for scholarship. So, oh, and YPN is working on a blood drive. Our first date got kicked out, so we're working on a new date.
The one you just had? You didn't have it?
No, that was SRCAR's blood drive. We're having another one. We're giving everyone enough time to grow back the blood, and then They'll be ready to donate again.
Okay. All right, good. Okay. You know what I'm looking at? Okay, here we go. All right, then we have WCAR and orientation. I didn't see Curtis Doss, the boss, on here, but I do know that we have an orientation coming up. But I
I
don't.
thought we had it March 5th.
Are you telling me I missed it again?
It was March 5th, yes.
Oh no, I was there. I
Yeah.
was there.
Last
I
Friday.
was
It's all a
there.
blur.
I know I do remember that because I had to stay until John spoke, and then it was my turn, and I was like, man, that's a long hour. Not that I don't love listening to John, I do. It's just, you know, yeah.
You don't have to confess to us.
I know, but you remember Denise, at one time I completely
Uh-huh.
blanked and you go, I'm sorry, I missed you, and I'm like, what the hell? Well, how did I miss that? So I'm really sensitive about that. Okay, all right. Well, we'll move on then to our education and training events, and we'll just see what we've got coming up here. We've got some really good things here. You know, these things are really good, not just, you know, filling out contracts. Some agents are brand new. They don't know how to use their cell phone, you know, with zip forms. These are great things. Tomorrow is the legal town hall panel. It has John and 2 other attorneys. I'm trying to think of what their names are now. It's Brandon Butler. He's Assistant Deputy Director of Education and Outreach for the California Department of Employment and Housing. Jeff Smetana is CRMLS Director of Compliance and Data Licensing. And of course, our own John Giardinelli of Counsel. These 3 men are going to be on the panel, and it should be good. It's from 9 to noon tomorrow, and it's free. So, you know, why not go to that? This is a real hot topic. I think if you have the time, even if you can't do it the whole time, try and go to that, because and register soon. I don't know if they have a maximum on their Zoom account, but I would register immediately. And so, you know, there's all kinds of fun stuff. SIG also has a class coming up at the end of the month on the 23rd, contracts and addendums. I think that's what we're still doing. We have Kyriss Hakola. She's a great trainer. She teaches a lot of our stuff for Glide and things of that nature. A real smart young woman, and she's going to be teaching our contracts and addendums class for SIG. So there's all kinds of fun. Oh, and Leadership Academy, of course, Alicia. She's got her Leadership Academy on the 26th at 9 o'clock. That shouldn't be missed either. And I don't know if Alicia is here, but she's not. So that's a really good one. So you might want to consider that. They're all really good, but you know, just so you know, if you're looking for something to do, expand your mind, this is where you go. All right. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Now I'm going to do the town crier. No, that's not what I'm doing. Nope. I'm going to share with you something that beginning, sorry, I've got a lot of things that are going on right now in my office. Beginning on April 1st, we're going to be merging Menifee and Lake Elsinore's meetings with ours, which I think will be great because it'll increase our numbers. We'll get to know each other a little bit better. I do go to some of these meetings once in a while on the Zoom, but it's just because, you know, they're just lightly attended, I think. So we want to bring the kids together. Let's all get together and have, you know, a really great time every week. And then once we get back to our live meetings, they'll go back to their regular days in Menifee and Lake Elsinore. So they'll be joining us starting the first Thursday of April at noon. Just wanted to let you know that. Okay, and then also the deadline to submit applications for our scholarship applications is May 20th. Now, who's here to talk about this? Molly, did you just?
Me? Thank you for, that's an important detail. Yes, so you have time, but not a ton of time. So if you have a senior, this goes for Realtor members as well as affiliate members. And this also applies to grandchildren. That's actually a very common thing for this. Go ahead and apply. There are some guidelines. They're typically looking for like a 3.0 GPA and things like that, but they do make reasonable exceptions for kids. So last year we gave away 28 scholarships. It's $1,000, and that actually goes a pretty long way. It buys your books, gets you a new laptop or whatever you need. So you can go onto the website under SRCAR website under resources and click on scholarship, and it'll take you to the application. It's very simple to fill out. And then you can always reach out to Diane too, or me. So we're both happy to help.
Sarah says her son was a recipient last year. So that's wonderful.
My daughter was in 2019, and it's really great to see. Well, hopefully soon, someday it will be live again with the presentation, but it's just a really like awesome and exciting thing. And I feel like if you have a child that's maybe not typically scholarship material, but they win this scholarship, it is such a boost of confidence for them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, you guys are doing some good stuff there. And man, Heather Shaper says her daughter's applying this year. So yeah, you know, it's better than a poke in the eye, right? So we've got some money to give away. And so why not, you know, put your name in the hat for somebody that you know that could use it. That's what it's there for, right? So we work hard to make all that happen. I say we, I don't do anything about that, but you know, you guys do. You work really hard to get that scholarship fund going. All right, let's go ahead and go to the town crier, and then I'll let you guys go. It's already almost 1 o'clock. I just must have been talking a lot. Okay, so Denise Wilson, she has a walk, a heart walk. I have this on my calendar, and it is on April 17th from 10 to 12, and the team name is Realtors with Heart. And I think Denise put that in the chat room already with the link.
Yeah, actually the SRCR has the link, but I think if you click on, nope. Well, I put in the chat that if you text me and I put my number in there, I will send you the link, because that way you just click on it. It takes you directly to our team.
Oh, there it is. Wendy just put it in there. So if you, yeah, so go to the chat right now before we close this meeting out.
And register. Yeah,
And
it's free, guys, and it's virtual.
Yeah, click on the thing right now. Let it go open up in another you know, window, and then when we end this meeting, you can finish up your registration. So it is on April 17th, the virtual Heart Walk from 10 to 2, and the team name is Realtors with Heart. Contact Denise for more information. You know, if you need to help with register, it's free, but donations are always invited, right? They're nice because this is for a really great cause. So there we go. And Denise's information is in the.
Yeah, we're in competition with Abbott, guys. We got to have more realtors registering than Abbott. Okay, I know they're huge, but we can beat Abbott.
That's a large pill to swallow, but I think we can. You know. That's Steve Strickland says he signed up today, so you got another one.
Thank you, Steve.
So I plan on signing up too. I clicked on the link. It's over here. I'm going to take care of that when I end this meeting. And so without further ado, I think that pretty much ends our meeting, and it is 12:54. Thank you all for coming today, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Don't forget, put your listings on here by noon the day before so that we can have something to look at. I love the tour of the homes. It's really good. We had some good ones today.
You did a fabulous job, Barbara. And you guys don't forget to put your clocks forward. Spring forward, fall back. So spring forward Saturday night, midnight.
This Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, man, I'm glad you said something. It doesn't say that on my calendar. Spring forward on Saturday.
Yep.
Well, Sunday morning at 2 a.m. to be completely legit, but yes.
Well, we'll be asleep at 2 a.m., baby. You up? What you do?
I'm not. I'm
Tracy
awake.
will probably be cooking at 2 a.m.
Yeah. I'm definitely awake. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and end this meeting. Thank you again for spending time with us, and we'll see you next week.
Great job.
Bye.
Bye.